Kia ora. I'm Doug. I've decided to go to Venus. People say it's Earth's twin. Similar size, similar gravity, roughly the same neighborhood. Sounds like it'd be pretty sweet, I've packed nothing. I'm going now. From space, Venus looks beautiful. Bright white, glowing. It's the brightest object in the night sky after the moon. People have been admiring it for thousands of years. Poets wrote about it. Civilizations named it after a goddess of love. Nobody thought to ask what was actually inside those clouds. That was probably a mistake. The atmosphere starts about 250 kilometers up. Mostly carbon dioxide, a small amount of nitrogen, and clouds. Beautiful, thick clouds stretching across the whole planet. Those clouds are sulfuric acid. The entire planet is wrapped in acid. That's not a metaphor, that is the actual situation. Here's the thing about all that carbon dioxide. It traps heat really well, extraordinarily well. Venus had oceans once, actual liquid water oceans like Earth. Then the greenhouse effect took over. The oceans boiled away the water vapor, made things hotter. The hotter things got, the worse it became. Scientists call this a runaway greenhouse effect. I call it a warning. The surface temperature on Venus is 465 degrees Celsius every day, every night. It doesn't cool down because the atmosphere holds all the heat in. Mercury is closer to the sun than Venus, and Mercury is cooler. Venus is hotter than Mercury. How is that even fair? The atmospheric pressure on the surface is 92 times greater than Earth's. To put that in terms I understand, it's the equivalent of being 900 meters underwater. The pressure alone would crush most things. Combined with the temperature, the acid, and the wind, Venus is essentially trying to destroy you in 4 different ways simultaneously. Thorough. Up in the cloud layer, the winds reach 360 kilometers per hour. The entire atmosphere rotates around Venus in just 4 Earth days. The planet itself takes 243 days to rotate. The wind is faster than the planet it belongs to. I find that unreasonable. Humans have tried to land on Venus. The Soviet Union sent a series of probes called Venera. Most were destroyed before they even reached the surface. Venera 13 was the most successful. It landed, transmitted data, took photographs, and lasted 127 minutes before the planet killed it. It was made of reinforced metal and sophisticated engineering. I am made of wool. So, how long would I survive? The acid clouds begin dissolving things before you even reach the surface. The pressure becomes a serious problem. The temperature would ignite most organic material. I've done the maths. I get 12 seconds. I'm being generous with 12 seconds. The surface of Venus is covered in volcanoes, more than 1,600 of them. Some may still be active. The rocks glow faintly orange from the heat. It looks extraordinary, genuinely extraordinary. I would not see any of it because of the 12 seconds. Venus likely smells of sulfur dioxide, which smells like burning matches. The last thing I would smell before ceasing to exist would be a giant burning match. I don't know what to do with that information. In 2020, scientists detected a gas called phosphine in Venus's upper atmosphere. On Earth, phosphine is usually produced by living organisms. Nobody has explained where the Venus phosphine came from. It might be chemistry, it might be geology, it might be something else. I'm not saying there's life on Venus, I'm saying Venus has some explaining to do. Earth and Venus formed from the same solar material at roughly the same time. They are nearly the same size, nearly the same mass, same neighborhood. Earth became this, Venus became that. The difference was a runaway greenhouse effect. We have greenhouse gases too, just something to think about while you're standing on the ground breathing regular air. Venus is still one of the most beautiful things in the evening sky. Bright, steady, low on the horizon. It doesn't twinkle like stars do, it just glows. It has been doing that for 4.5 billion years, beautiful. From here. Comprehensively murderous up close. A lot of things are like that. I'm Dag, I've made a mistake.